All right, so it's Wednesday. Hopefully you've turned in this diagnostic packet since it was due yesterday at the end of the period. So I'm hoping you turned it in or you turned it in on Canvas. Okay. So now in Canvas, you should see something called the Wednesday packet number 2. It says PSSA review up top. This is due by the end of the period. Due by end of period. So it's due by end of class today. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to highlight some things here. I'm going to try not to take a long time. So number 1 is without a calculator. Starting with question 2, you can use a calculator. Okay, so just make sure at question 1 you're not using your calculator. Yes, this is also graded. You're going to want to try your best on these. Okay. We're going to skip down to question number 5. Question number 5 talks about the unit price, which remember is your constant of proportionality. I don't like spelling the whole thing. Proportionality. Sorry. And that, remember, is K equals Y over X. So constant of proportionality is your Y value over your X value. Simplified. Okay. Skip to question 7. Question 7 gives you the perimeter. Remember, the perimeter is when you add up all your sides. So think about how many sides there are in a square, which ones would add up good. Okay. Going down to question 12, just a reminder here, the greatest number that we could buy for this much. If it goes over that, that's too many. Okay, so figure out which one. The other thing is that you're going to want to show your work. Okay, so a lot of these you need to do work for. So make sure you're showing me your work in here. Question 13 is a quadrilateral, aka a 4-sided shape, and we want to make it a parallelogram. So it's important to remember that with a parallelogram, your sides are equal. So you would set your sides equal to each other and then solve for the variables accordingly. Skipping down to this open-ended question, this is extra credit. So it's extra credit. Okay, so you don't need to do it, but you can do it. It's optional. Just going to give you some hints here. So constant proportionality, remember, is K equals Y over X. Question B has a lot of parts. It says write an equation. You need to make sure you write an equation. And then it says use the equation. And then it also says show or explain all your work. So you need to do all 3 of those things for that question. And then question C says explain and determine the amount. So there's 2 parts to that question as well. All right, so this is due by the end of the day. Remember, the multiple choice the open-ended is optional. My synchronous friends, you're turning this in on Canvas under Wednesday, called PSSA packet number 2. My friends in person, you're putting your name on it, putting it in the bin, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll go over these, okay? All right, so see you guys tomorrow.